Hi, Jeffrey Simmons with Texas Gun Collectors Association. Here at TGCA, we're with John Powers, and John has a display that he'd like to share with us. John, what have you got for us today?
Well, today I've brought in a tribute to Elmer Keith. A lot of people don't know actually who he is, but he was the developer of the 44 Magnum, the 357 Magnum, and the 41 Magnum. He's also an author, an inventor. He invented a lot of the features of his famous Keith number 5 that today people consider to be the finest handgun ever made. Him and 3 other fellows took a year and a half working with Winchester and developed the Model 70, which is some as one of the finest bolt-action rifles ever made. I also have a letter that he wrote in 1932 inquiring about a trade. The letter states that he's looking for an Ithaca shotgun that was advertised in the back of the American Rifleman. At the time, he was a writer for the American Rifleman. And in the article, this fella had a shotgun that Elmer writes to and wants to make sure the configurations will fit him, the length of pull, the drop. And he says, if so, he'd like to trade because everybody's broke at the time. The letter was dated December 1932. Well, that was the Great Depression going on. But what he wants to trade for this Ithaca shotgun, which in today's times, the value is probably around $3,000. But what he wants to trade is a Colt Walker, serial number 90, listed at Company A, which today's probably $300,000-$400,000 revolver. Also, he wants to throw in a Colt 1856 revolving rifle, which again today's probably $15,000. But to sweeten the pot, he wants to throw in a Buffalo Robe that Elmer states in these times it'd still be worth $100. Now I don't know if the trade ever made it, but in 1955, the book Six Guns he wrote, he references that Colt Walker, serial number 90, Company A, that he once had, but he traded away. So if it did happen, it's probably one of the worst trades in firearms history. But, I have samples of. He also developed bullet designs. This was a Keith-style bullet. It was designed after him, a semi-wide cutter, and listed of 3 main cartridges that he developed.
So Elmer Keith designed the wad cutter.
The semi-wide cutter, yes.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And then these boxes of ammo were on his loading bench upon his passing. And he used to take pistol boxes, turn them upside down, and that's how he would put all his rifle cartridges. But these were loaded when he went out for his African safari, which he wrote the book Safari in 1967. And they're still marked OKH, and his caliber is .333 OKH. And then this box of ammo was loaded for him by Norma when he was the editor of Guns and Ammo, and it says loaded specifically for Elmer Keith. And the last on the end were a box of cartridges that was loaded for a captain before he went off to Vietnam. He had met Elmer. Elmer said, I have just a ticket for you, and he loaded him up a box of his 44 special loads. And this guy carried those loads and his revolver into Vietnam.
Wow. Well, that's a very interesting piece of history, and I appreciate you being here and displaying this display and making this available for everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.